Of all the classics toy lines bringing back 80s characters, none have been more successful than Masters of the Universe. And deservedly so, they're pretty solid toys. In fact, it's doing so well that even one episode obscure characters are getting full action figures now. Even the 80s toys didn't do that. And it all started with Bonehead here. This is classic Skeletor, one of the first figures in the line and one of the most reissued as well. It's cast almost entirely in powder blue plastic, with most of the purple attached on as separate pieces. Now, this version of the toy is based on the original figure, meant to give you the one you grew up with in a larger scale with better articulation. Thus, it's no surprise the head sculpt better matches the original toy rather than the cartoon. It's painted greenish yellow and sculpted very nicely. There's red inside the eye sockets, but it's intentionally dark to not break up the vintage appearance. The hood's even leaving the neck exposed. Toy accurate, though it does kinda look odd. This is a He-Man toy, so of course it's super muscular. Skeletor is built like a WWE wrestler. There's not a lot of paint, but where it's done is done well, mostly around the midsection and fur hanging off the belt. For articulation, naturally, it's great all around. The head is ball jointed with good range in most directions, shoulders are universal, biceps rotate, elbows have 90 degrees of bend, and the wrists rotate. The torso has a stomach crunch hinge and a waist swivel. Hips are universally jointed, though hindered by the skirt parts. The knees bend 90 degrees, and ankles are hinged and rocking, though the rocking is kinda loose. Still, all around works to make a very solid Skeletor toy. At the very least, this one's hips aren't going to suddenly collapse as the rubber bands inside give way to the ravages of time. For accessories, there is of course his signature Havoc staff. It's large enough and molded for two-handed use, and the goat skull on top is molded very well, though it seems to be a metallic shade rather than the flat purple everywhere else. He comes with a purple power sword, again toy accurate. It's the nice and heavier looking design that I prefer, and painted to be a little more distinct in each section, with a metallic purple blade and flat purple for the hilt. The handle's even black. If you don't feel like having him hold onto it, there's straps in the back for the sword to slide into for storage. And as a cool bonus, he also has half of a power sword that connects to the one He-Man came with to form a full sword. This references the power sword the original toys came with and the pack-in comic story where both had half of the power sword, and combining them created the key to Castle Grayskull. AKA, go buy both toys if you really want the full sword. It's the only Master of the Universe classics I actually own, at least out of package, but I love this figure, and I really like Skeletor, as my recent TJTV episode should have told you. And with that cheap plug out of the way, it's time for the home stretch, when we open tomorrow's present, the finale of Toycember awakens.